The words you use and the thoughts that you think impact everything you do in a big way. When you start thinking about things differently, you begin to behave differently, and then you start to see different results.
Hello, and welcome to the Connect podcast. This show is all about helping you connect to your soul's calling so you can take action on it. Because the sweetest success is a blend of discovering your purpose with the inner drive to bring it to life. I'm Sheila, health coach, lifestyle entrepreneur, and mom of two, best known for my online wellness programs, mentoring, and self-love passion. Listen in for inspiring interviews, solo chats, and Q&A sessions that will move you past overwhelm towards what lights you up. Stop accepting good enough and go for your version of great in your health, business, and relationships. Let's get started.
Hey, welcome to the podcast. How have you been finding these Monday episodes? It's been my intention to share a thought with you that reconnects you with the gifts you have inside of you. So you start your week being reminded of all the goodness you're capable of and a boost of encouragement for whatever you're embarking on. So often we can start our week off with thoughts that are disempowering and that don't serve us well. If we catch ourselves, we can shift our words to what we want to see come to pass in the week ahead. The words that we use when we're talking to ourselves in our head impact the way we approach everything we do, and it impacts many of our outcomes as a result. The way we talk to ourselves creates either a positive or a negative vibe that's picked up by everyone around us, whether it's our partners, our kids, our friends, our colleagues. Now, I'm all about authenticity and being totally yourself and not living to fit inside of a mold of what other people expect you to be. So that's the filter I want you to listen to this episode through. Are you happy with the way you're showing up in your life, your work, and your relationships? If you are, amazing. And perhaps you find that the times that we're in and the challenges that have come to pass in your life this past year have taken you down a notch in your optimism and in what you believe you're capable of. This may also show up in your energy levels. The way you talk to yourself can improve these things. The words that you use and the thoughts that you think impact everything you do in a big way. When you start thinking about things differently, you begin to behave differently, and then you start to see different results. This is true whether your thoughts are positive or negative. So if you feel really good about how you're presenting yourself and how you've been in your life, fantastic. This episode might just be a little refresher and may help you recalibrate a bit. If not, maybe you've looked at your life and you feel misunderstood. You feel like people get argumentative with you. You may feel like people avoid you and you just don't know why. Or you know that the thoughts that are mainly on your mind are not very uplifting, and you find your mind always going to the worst case scenario, to the struggle, and to what's not working in your life. Facing this helps you stay authentic. Authenticity is rooted in reality and being honest with yourself. Sometimes when a challenge comes, it can be easy to only focus on the negatives. That's being realistic after all, right? Yet, if we allow this for too long, we just keep spinning ourselves in circles with those thought patterns, and they don't end up serving us well or moving us to a more desirable outcome. Here's a simple shift that you can make when this happens for you. It may take some time for it to become a new habit, but if it's going to help, it'll be worth it, just like all the other good habits you've established in your life already. It all comes down to how you talk to yourself. If you find yourself saying things like, "I'm never on time," "I'm always late," or "I'm not a morning person," or "I'm so tired all the time," or "There's never enough money," or "I'm so disorganized." When I do this exercise, I find it very confronting. Like, ouch, I don't think the things I'm saying are helping, but I'm not really challenging the thoughts in my head. Phrases like these can become mantras in your life. The cool thing about mantras, though, is that you get to choose different ones whenever you want. Here's what I invite you to do, and I guarantee that this is going to feel weird at first. Instead of focusing on what the struggle is right now and what's not going well, put your focus on how you want things to be and how you want to feel. Then shift your language to create different mantras for yourself. Some examples that relate back to the initial disempowering mantras I mentioned earlier are, "I'm organized. I love being on time. I find abundance everywhere. People are kind and generous. There's more than enough money. I'm amazing at finding solutions in my life. How did that make you feel when you heard those mantras? Like I said, it might have really felt weird at first, but wouldn't it feel so good if they were true? Start with one mantra. The more you say it, the more you're going to want to align with what you're saying. So I invite you to do that. Once you turn this recording off, think of what you're saying to yourself. Is it serving you? And how do you want to feel instead? What would serve you better? As you practice, it'll start to begin to feel natural. You can write them on sticky notes, put them on your mirror as you get ready for the day, by your kitchen sink, or on your computer monitor. You can even make a recording of yourself in voice notes and listen to it as often as you need to start your day saying how you want to be and feel. I would love to hear what your experience is when you do this. Please let me know by tagging me at Sheila Abatello on Instagram. And also, if you found this helpful, share, rate, and review this episode. And if you haven't already, click follow on this podcast so you don't miss another one. Thanks so much for making space for yourself today. I hope you feel more aligned and ready to start your week with more hope and energy. Big blessings.
Thank you so much for being here with me on the Connect podcast. If you like this episode, please share it with someone you think would enjoy it. Also, if you head over to iTunes to leave a review, I'd be so grateful. Let us know what your favorite parts were and what you'd like to hear more of. It will help us have a greater impact, elevating many more people to grow and succeed together. See you next time.